my happy enders. It is another week. We did it. We are full into 2020. Barbara Walters would be proud. I already made that joke, but I did it again. All right. This week we have Martin Moreno, who actually has been on the road and was the opener for Fluffy. Gabriel Iglesias. So it was super cool. Also just talking to him and listening to his stories and what he's been through and how he got into comedy. He actually had an injury, and instead of paying for it through here, he actually went to Mexico, which I've started to hear a lot about. So that's really interesting to me. And we just talked. He tried to tell me and introduce me to polyamorous, so we'll see how that goes. Please like, click, subscribe, comment, send emails to joycehappyendings@gmail.com, wherever you listen. Also, thank you once again to Care by Design for taking care of my wrists and my arms and keeping me going. Thank you and enjoy. Get undressed, get under the sheets. Ooh, you're in for a treat. No, I promise this is not a dream. It's just a happy ending with Joy Eileen. Shoulder, okay.
Oh shit, there's a camera there, huh?
Yep.
Freaking beautiful.
All right, and we are rolling.
I feel like I'm in a sting operation.
Oh, you are. The cops are gonna come. Yeah, at the Comedy Store, I think it's fine.
You'd be surprised what they're doing on that dungeon.
They've got naked people down there, and lotion, and a special bed.
It's freaking crazy talk. And they're recording the whole thing.
All of it. Yeah, and I'll tell you when I upload it on Pornhub. It'll be great.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'll get some bonus points.
There you go. Cha-ching. Okay, do you want to introduce yourself? I like it when you guys introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Martin Moreno, comedian, host of the Yo 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 podcast and the No Te Asustes podcast, which is an all-Spanish podcast.
Ooh.
And I do a bunch of other shit, too.
Very cool. And we just met like 3 minutes ago.
We did. And you know, a massage is super intimate.
Yes.
It's a professional thing, but it's super freaking intimate. I used to get one every week, like when I used to lift. I used to lift super, super heavy, like a dummy. And that's how I ended up, like I was telling you, messing up my rotator cuff. And then I had surgery about maybe, God, it wasn't that long ago, just a few months ago.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. And so that was a really rough recovery, man. I couldn't, but you know, my arm was pretty much useless. So as much as I couldn't use it during the recovery time, it's like I'd already been used to not fucking with it. So yeah, that was, went to Mexico to get my surgery, bro.
Okay. How was that?
You know, at first it was kind of sketch, but like, you know, you I don't know if you have medical insurance here in the United States.
I do. I got married.
Okay.
I was like, I want to do comedy and massage, and he's like, you're gonna have to marry me. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if, I mean, listen, it's either a really, really good thing and it covers everything, or the bulk of the people have really basic coverage.
Yep.
Where you end up paying like these huge co-payments, and
the deductibles are ridiculous.
And then God forbid you need like something super invasive, you're fucked, really.
Yeah.
And so they were just down to do like the arthroscopic, I think it's called. Arthroscopic, yeah. But my tendon was detached, so that wasn't gonna. It needed to be reattached. But because the way insurance works, like first they put me through a series of shots, and I'm like, dude, this isn't gonna freaking work, you know?
Right.
And then you finally get to go see the freaking specialist, and the specialist sends you for an MRI, and then they finally, they said, well, you need surgery, but we got to do the arthroscopic first, which isn't going to work, and we know it's not going to work. But these are the steps that you have to. I don't know how familiar you are with all that crap.
I work for a chiropractor.
Okay, so then you know the whole.
I'm there with you.
And so then we're gonna have to, you'll go through that. It's not gonna freaking work. You won't get really no relief because there's just nothing to fix with this. We'll have to open you up. Mm-hmm. So now we're looking at 2 surgeries. 2 recoveries.
Mm-hmm.
And one surgery completely unnecessary. And so, and then I'm looking at my deductibles, and I'm like about $25,000 in. Ballpark, give or take a few grand. And so I'm like, okay, this is fucking ridiculous. This is not, So then I went online and started looking at stuff on the other side of the border. And I found out that they call it medical tourism. It's the fastest growing industry in Mexico.
Yes. I don't know if you know who Vicky Barbalak is.
I do not.
She was on America's Got Talent. She's trailer trash sexy. Her and her husband just went to Mexico for dental work.
Oh, yeah. That's the other thing that they do over there. And so apparently it's this huge industry. And so I shot off an email, got a reply. And so there's basically these American companies who play middleman, and then they do all the logistics. And so long story short, I'm too late, right?
No, this is interesting.
I end up going over there. They did the I went one day for the workup, and they did the surgery the next day.
Damn, okay.
And I'm talking all the labs, all the surgery, all the aftercare, all the rehab. These motherfuckers shot me up with, they put a layer of, what do you call it, stem cells on my tendon.
Okay.
And, dude, can you believe, out the door, everything, $7,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy. And you tell people I'm going to, and it wasn't just like I'm glorifying it by calling it Mexico. I went to fucking TJ. Which is like people are so afraid of TJ, right?
They are, yeah.
And I told my family, and my sisters were like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? They're going to steal your kidneys. Like, you're going to...
You're going to wake up in a bathtub with ice.
Yeah, dude. And I'm like, dude, I pretty much I had no choice. And so and I'm talking, dude, they put you up at this, I think it was like a Hyatt.
Okay.
And they have this medical floor. You order room service, and you're like, I'm talking like a fucking full-blown meal. It's like $7 or something stupid like that. Yeah, and then all the meds, all the follow-up, everything was all included for that $7K.
Holy shit.
Like, I never paid another dime.
That's crazy.
And the doctor is this, people fly from, Canada, from all over the world to get work done by this dude.
Okay.
So he's, legit. But if you Google him, he's got this commercial on YouTube. And he's, English is his second language, and he should have just done it in Spanish with subtitles.
Okay.
But he did the fucking commercial in English, and immediately people are assholes, and they'll judge you, and the minute that they see that you have an accent, it takes away your credibility for some reason.
Which is weird, because most doctors here in America have accents.
Correct, but you figure, I don't know what it is. People are just dumb.
People are dumb.
So he, I would recommend him to anybody. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go get my knees worked on by him next.
Nice.
I'm fucking 51, bro. I'm falling apart.
It's all right. We have super glue, duct tape. I got you. No, I had a Vietnam vet. And
a Vietnam vet?
Yeah, he was older. He was amazing. He actually passed away a couple of years ago because I've been working at the chiropractor's office for 12 years. And he went to Taiwan to get his hips worked on.
Whoa.
And he kind of had the same story. He's like, Joy, they hooked me up. Me and my family stayed in this like elaborate hotel, and it was room service, and I got massages for $25 a day. And
I think I've met that guy, and I think that one of his nurses was one of the people that he had met in Vietnam, and I think he thought it was his daughter, if it's the same guy.
No, his daughter used to work for...
Yeah, I'm just making that shit.
Oh, I was all no, but his daughter worked for Tila Tequila.
Oh, shut up.
And she was her, like, makeup artist. So, small world.
Tila Tequila.
Uh-huh.
The MySpace celebrity.
I didn't even know who she was until his name was Mike. He came in and he was like, yeah, my daughter works for Tila Tequila. And I'm stupid me. I'm like, is that a tequila company?
Mm-hmm.
And he's all, no, Joy. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't fucking know.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, it's, I know, man. You just ride it hard and then you fucking, like, I think at this stage of my life, I'm getting like a... if I was a car, I think you'd call it like an overhaul. Just like fixing up the dings and the bumps and things.
Uh-huh.
And then, and then you figure, dude, like 51, I got a few more years.
Years.
That I can like ride it pedal to the metal kind of a thing,
Okay.
Because, what are you going to do, 65 and be out there freaking being crazy? It's pretty much done after that, what I mean?
I massage a 73-year-old woman, and she is fucking insane.
How many hormones is she shooting out?
I don't know.
Give me some HGH and some testosterone, and I'll be looking like that dude on the freaking magazine.
She is nuts.
Who's that dude, Mr. Fit Life, with the 80-year-old dude with the body of a 30-year-old?
Uh-huh.
There's...
That's just Photoshop. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, no, they have that, it used to be Cenogenics, and now I forget the name of the company, but... they deal with age therapy, right? So it's like, so that you age gracefully, and they do a lot of hormone replacement. They have this thing, it's a documentary on Amazon Prime.
Uh-huh.
They bill it as a documentary, but it's a freaking 1-hour commercial for the products that they're selling.
Okay.
Which is, brilliant, good for them.
Right.
And it's expensive, though, that hormone replacement stuff. But,
right.
But apparently it works. I mean, if you're telling me she's how old?
She's 73.
Oh, dude. And you can look good, but it hurts to sit down just to get in and out of a car. I make noises and things.
I mean, she is a little crazy. She... The very first time I did stand-up, you just go to an open mic. You're like, okay, I'm going to try it. So I went to an open mic, and it was $5 for 5 minutes. And her and her husband...
did you go to the Sycamore Tavern?
No, it was Haha Cafe.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. This was like 4 years ago. Right. So I went, and her husband showed up to support me. And I'm like, okay, this is super nice. And... she went and paid $5 for 5 minutes.
No shit.
No shit. And I'm like, that's my
awesome.
night, bitch.
That's fucking awesome now. But if you're 70 and you're hot as fuck, you're gonna be a little crazy.
Yeah,
it's hard to handle that. What's the purpose of being hot and 70 if you can't just be a little nuts and say, fuck it, I'm going up?
Okay. Yeah, you're right. All right. Yeah. Now, how's your range of motion and everything?
It's freaking amazing.
Okay.
So the guy told, at first he's all like, I should get you to 80%.
Uh-huh.
And then once he opened me up, he goes, look, dude, he goes, your shit was just hanging there with no blood flow. We did the stem cells, and I had told you 80. We might be looking at 60, 70 best case.
Okay.
And so I think I'm at 90, to be honest, and it's still getting better every week. I did a lot, the rehab stuff. It was on me to do it because, I'm not going to go to fucking TJ to do the rehab stuff.
Right.
So he gave me the exercises, and I was doing them at the house 2-3 times a day.
And you said you're getting up to 5 pounds right now.
I'm doing 10 pounds. 10 pounds. I started with 5. Now I'm doing 10, but I've been slacking off on the weights just because I don't want to put too much. He's like, okay, just don't push it. And I'm like, why? And I go to the gym, and it's just old habits, It's like you just want to stack on the weight like a dummy. So,
but that's another thing too, is I have a lot of patients who feel good and they're like, oh, I feel good. And then they overdo it and then it takes them way back to where they were.
Exactly. So I don't want to do that.
No, that's good. That's smart then.
So I've been doing more range of motion type stuff versus the weight training.
Good.
I feel like I have a little bit of strength left from all those years.
Well, it sticks with you. I mean, you have your muscle memory and stuff. Same with me. Like, I'll start working out for a couple months, and then I'll go back. And, like, the first week, I'm like, oh, my God, why am I doing this again? And then by the second week, my muscles are like, all right, bitch, we got this. And I'm like, cool, all right, let's do it.
This is freaking a great idea, by the way.
Thank you. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun getting to know people like this. I'm more comfortable this way because this is what I've been doing for 12 years. So I'm like, oh, I don't have to look them in the eye.
a lot of my friends are in therapy.
Okay.
Therapy's a thing, but it's expensive. Therapy is not cheap if you don't have insurance.
Yeah.
And so I used to go get like an hour and a half massage, and I'd get the Thai yoga massage. Because they just beat you up.
They beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, but it's like, I was traveling a lot, so after flights and working out and all that shit, you need that, right?
Especially flights. Planes are the devil.
And so I would go in there and I just start talking, dude. Like, I fucking take like 50, 60 milligrams, of an edible. And then I just start talking, like, all the shit that I can't tell, like, my friends. Like, sometimes, you have, like, things going on in your personal life, and you don't want to be that Debbie Downer, like, oh, woe is me type of thing. So I just used to beat up these poor massage therapists.
I love it.
And so I'd be like, you know what? I'm already paying for the massage. I might as well just talk. All she's going to do is tell me to shut the fuck up. But they don't tell you to shut the fuck up, because they just, they just want you to come back.
Right. And then half of them probably don't even understand what you're saying.
Dude, well, you know what? It was funny because I'd come back and be like, hey, how's your mom?
Oh, see, that's how my patients are. Like, all my patients, because a lot of them I've been seeing for the whole time I've worked there. And they're family.
Yeah.
Like, I had a lot of them that will come, like, to my shows and stuff, too, because they're like, oh, we're supporting you.
That's fantastic.
And I know all about their lives, and I love it.
Yeah, people, you talk to your massage therapist. Sometimes you just knock the fuck out, though.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. And you get the feeling. Like, there's times people are just so pent up that they just want to talk, and you're like, okay, let's talk. And then there's sometimes you can tell that they're just not there, and you just kind of shut up. I mean, obviously not on the podcast. The podcast, you start shutting up, I stick an elbow in you, like, no. Come back to me.
Yeah, no, you got good hands.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun just learning things. So, how long has it been since you've had one? You said a while.
When was the last time I had a massage? Well, I haven't because I've been recovering and I didn't want to do it. It's been a minimum of 6-7 months.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
Now,
considering I was getting them every week. Do
you have any, like, good massage stories? Some people have some crazy massage stories.
Oh, they're all crazy massage stories. I mean, you walk in some places, like especially the Thai yoga stuff, like you really got to know where you're going, because before, like, you walk into some of these places and they'll just freaking, turn you over and start throwing lotion on your dick, and you're just like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, I came for a real freaking massage. Like, thank you for the fucking offer, but I'm not paying for you to check me off. Like, my back hurts, lady.
You're like, no.
Yeah.
That's funny. There's a comedian, I won't say his name, and he pulled me aside and he's like, Joy, I'm so pissed off. And I'm like, okay. And he's all, I went to go get a massage because my back was really hurting, and she jerked me off, and then she didn't massage my back. And I'm like, well, you knew where you were going. And he's like, yeah, but I thought she was going to massage me.
Yeah, I got news for you. There's a lot of comedians with the same story.
Oh, I know. I didn't, because I work in Santa Clarita, so it's like bougie moms and, oh my God, people who think they're better than everyone. So, like, when I went to massage school, like, they talked about happy endings and stuff, but we kind of just blew it over, and I didn't really think anything of it.
Yeah.
And then when I became, like, immersed into comedy and started doing comedy, I was like, oh, shit, that's a real thing that a lot of people do.
Definitely a real thing. And there's some places that you'll get a massage, and after the massage, they'll do the little fucking jerking off motion. And I don't know if it's tradition. I don't know if it's custom. I don't know if these people are just brainwashed and they're like sex slaves and they're like, hey, I just have to do this or else you're going to fucking kill my children.
You have to upsell it.
I want this person to come back. I want a nice tip. I have no idea, but there's no way. Like if my job was to like be a massage therapist, I don't know that I'd fucking want to pleasure somebody at the end of the freaking, just working on their back. That's like I said, it is an intimate thing, and I can see maybe there's a connection if you know the person. Like how many times when you're dating early on, it's like, oh, let me give you a massage, and it's the whole fucking, let me just fucking get you naked type of thing.
Yeah, 5 minutes, his dick's inside of you. You're like, but I really wanted the massage.
Right. Do you know that? I was in Belgium. And we're working in Belgium, doing shows out there. Well, doing shows all through Europe, but I ended up. No, it wasn't. We weren't in Belgium. We were in Norway. But there was this girl from Belgium, and she kept buying me drinks at the bar, and I was loaded. I hadn't drank. I'd been on like this really strict diet, and I hadn't drank or eaten carbs, and I was fit. And I remember I went to this heavy metal bar in Norway, and I thought, I'm gonna get fucked up. And all it took was a couple of shots of whiskey and a couple of beers, and I was in. And I was talking to this girl, and she was from Belgium, and she ended up walking me home to not home, but to the hotel. And she's like, hey, can I walk you upstairs? I go, yeah, of course. And she goes, oh, let me help you take off your shoes. And I was loaded. And then she started doing like all the things that dudes typically do,
Right.
She's like, here, let me help you. You should take off your pants. You're gonna fall asleep. Blah blah blah.
You're so pretty.
And then she's all like, is it okay if I rub your back? I go, yeah, of course. And so then she's like, look, I don't want to be forward, but is it okay if I take off my pants, because it's just going to be easier if I like straddle your, your waist and give you this massage. And next thing you know, her pussy was inside my dick, or if it works like that, like you said, before you know it, your dick's inside of it. No, it's like I was way backwards, dude. Before I knew it, she'd flip me over, and I was like, whoa. I mean, I didn't say no.
Right.
It was fantastic. I knocked out. It was freaking...
Was your wallet in your pocket?
It was.
Okay.
It was.
Okay, so it was legit.
It was legit.
That's funny.
She walked herself out. She let herself out.
What a gentleman.
What, dude? I felt, I learned something that night.
And you didn't end in the fetal position crying?
I wasn't in the shower asking myself why.
You didn't have to go get a plan B?
Was it how I was dressed? Was I asking for it?
Did I say something?
Was I just being I don't know, maybe it was the jeans I was wearing.
No, because she took those off first.
Yeah, she did. She's like, fuck these. Yeah, dude, it was good times.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I said thank you. And
please come again. And you can see your way out.
Yeah, it was good times. Praise God.
Do you have any other stories like that?
Massage stories?
Any, I don't know.
Oh, God, there's so many stories. I started comedy in 1999.
I graduated high school in 99.
Wow. That's freaking awesome.
It was. I did the high school graduation speech.
Did you really?
I did.
You were the valedictorian?
No, but I was like 4 down. But they were like, oh, who wants to talk? And I was like, I want to hold a microphone in front of thousands of people.
Dude, that's fantastic. What'd you tell them? Like, oh, this is only the beginning?
I don't really know because I've never watched it because my dad recorded over it with porn. So.
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
So, I have no idea. Like, I went home. I didn't even party after high school, like the graduation. I went home because it was just such a big, like, adrenaline rush to talk in front of all those people. So I don't, like, really remember getting my diploma. My parents were like, oh, do you want to go, like, to sober grad? And I was like, no, I want to go to bed. I just went home and went to bed.
Did he know that it was your graduation speech?
I know.
When he recorded over it?
He swears. He swears he didn't.
I would hope he didn't, because that'd be shitty, dude. Like, I really gotta record these titties. All I got is this fucking VHS with my daughter doing this freaking milestone in her life. But these fucking titties.
Yeah, so I'm like, today we're going, and then the girl's like, I'm coming. I'm like, no, we just left. Stop.
Oh my God.
But he swears he didn't record over it. And the video just disappeared. But I put it in one day, and I was like, that's not me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Like, that's gotta feel so shitty, though, for him. Like,
well, he won't acknowledge it.
Well, of course not.
I was always like, why are my uncles, like, borrowing my graduation speech? Like, that's so weird.
I mean, yeah, dude, but it's still got, like, if in fact he did do it, I'm pretty sure it was by accident.
Oh, it was.
And he's gotta feel like shit about it.
I hope so.
And, of course he does. And it's probably eats him up, and he can't admit, like, yeah, honey,
No, exactly.
You just gotta double down, dude. And it's like, no, you're crazy. Of course not. Why would I do that? What could have happened to that tape? He's helping you look for that tape, like OJ's out there looking for the killers. Right? We're gonna find this tape.
We're gonna find it. It's there. You did it.
Oh man, that's freaking shitty, dude. Yeah. But it's a good story.
It's a true one.
So yeah, I started in '99 when you were doing your speech. It was the end of '99, right before Y2K. And then by 2002, 2003, I got fortunate when I was on the road already, and ended up touring around the planet. With Fluffy, with Gabriel Iglesias. And we were fortunate enough to see a big chunk of the world and experience some really, really awesome things, It's a lot of, it's like, when people tell me what's been your favorite place, or it's so hard to narrow that down,
Right.
And all the experiences were so amazing that, like there's people that work all year, and then they save, and every 2 years they take a nice trip somewhere, and that trip just becomes ingrained in their memory. Or there's somebody that keeps telling you that story over and over again that they did. That's because it's so memorable to them. There's almost every weekend was a Make-A-Wish experience.
Except you didn't have cancer. Yes.
So
score.
Yeah, exactly. When there's that many what the fuck moments, they all start kind of blending in.
Okay.
And not that you take them for granted, because they're all special in their way, but it's like, holy shit, we were just in fucking blah 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 doing yada yada, and now we're here doing blah blah blah. And it just becomes this continuous cycle of amazing moment after amazing moment. It's just a really charmed fucking life, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm more here like not bitching about getting a massage and fucked by a complete stranger with no strings attached. I mean, that's, people dream of, people jack off about stories like that.
People record over their daughter's graduation speech.
Do you know what I mean?
Like that.
So yeah, it was like a rock star life.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
But you got to experience, too, because you know how rock stars, they go from city to city to city, and it's just basically in the bus, so they never really get to experience that city, per se.
Well, that was a lot of what our life was,
Was
too.
it? Okay.
Yeah, it was planes and tour buses, you know. Lived on a tour bus for months at a time sometimes. But it was fucking fantastic.
How fun is that, though?
Oh, it's fun. Dude, can you imagine just getting head from a random person who thinks you're funny?
Oh, I do that all the time. No, I'm kidding. I'm married. I'm just kidding.
You know?
Used to be a whore. No, just kidding.
Is it a whore? Is it?
No, you know what? I like to make people happy and do comedy and make them laugh, give them a blowjob, make them smile. You know, it all comes together.
It does, you know?
It's the circle of your mouth.
I mean, it's. I don't like. Look, even if you're in love, you know what I mean. Like, in my world, like if I'm with somebody, and I currently live with somebody, but like if somebody offers to suck my dick somewhere, I'm not gonna be like, no. I got somebody that loves me. It's a meaningless blowjob that at the minute will feel fucking fantastic. And I don't know that I should deprive myself of that. Oh my God. It's fucking, look.
See, I missed the day in kindergarten where we learned how to share. So that dick is mine.
Oh, see, that's so fucking, there's a book I'm going to ask you to read.
Oh, shit.
Are you a reader by any chance?
I am.
Okay. It's a very short book. Super short. It costs like $5 on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It's by somebody named Mystic Life.
Oh, of course it is.
And it's called Spiritual Polyamory. And don't let the name deter you, because it sounds like, I think that they did themselves a disservice by calling the book Spiritual Polyamory.
Okay.
But it'll make you reevaluate the way you look at love and relationships. If you read it with an open mind and not like with a, like, you know how like sometimes people are defensive, like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
Uh-huh.
If you just have an open mind and you start thinking about all the bullshit that's been put into our heads about what love is, a lot of times it's very dysfunctional. It's extremely possessive. It's extremely just dysfunctional in so many levels. And you know, the more like, you know, the more you start thinking about it, you start realizing that, holy shit, they lied to me about a lot of things, or not that they lied to us, but a lot of the pictures that were painted of what love is were very, very antiquated and just shitty. You know, we still, you know, not to knock marriage or nothing, but it's a failed institution. You know, 3 out of 5 end in divorce.
Right.
But we're still lining up to do it. You know? But it's a fucking flawed institution at best.
Now, is the person you live with, are they in the same boat?
Of course.
Okay.
I would never, like, look, put it this way, if the person I live with one day said to me, I'm out, I'm not going to be like, don't leave, I'm heartbroken. I'll be like, high five, it was a great fucking ride.
Okay.
You know, I don't look at love like I used to when I was younger. I think the older I get, the more, I'm fucking 51, all right? Let's say I meet somebody tomorrow. Well, there's a lot of relationships that I've had along the way that all of a sudden I have to get rid of because you showed up. That doesn't seem fair.
Okay.
To anybody. What did they do? Because what? There's a finite amount of love, and because I have this one person, they're the only recipients of my love.
Yeah.
Love is infinite, and you shouldn't deprive the world of love. You motherfucker. Anyway.
Now, is there anything you want to plug? Transition on this one, so there we go.
Oh, man.
Your social media?
Martin Comic, MartinComic, at Twitter, at Instagram, martinmoreno.com. My website, I'm in the process of changing servers right now, but it should be back up and running. Hopefully, by the time somebody listens to this. If they listen to this in a couple of days, then no, it probably won't be. But
no, you got a couple weeks.
Perfect. So go to martinmoreno.com. Have a fantastic fucking 2020. Whoever's fucking listening to this, you're not here by accident.
No.
You were preordained to be here, and there's a message for you. And that message is, you don't have a finite amount of love. Go spread your love to as many people as possible. Many freaking blessings to everybody. And peace and lots of fucking love.
How do you feel?
I feel fantastic. I don't want this to end.
I know. This was a quick one. I know.
Now I understand how some of my ex-girlfriends feel.
Most women, it's okay. Take your time, okay? All right, that was my episode with Martin Moreno. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, click, subscribe, comment, all that shit. And I would super, super appreciate it. And send me emails to joycehappyendings@gmail.com. Also, if you want, you can also follow me on Reddit for Massagecast. That'd be fucking cool too. Whatever. Have a good week.